So we're going in, getting a little pre-footage. We're finally getting ready to knock them down, knocking down the stator. This was one that's been a long time coming. I tell you, if I've ever got tired and sick of something, I got tired of this. But just give us a little pre-footage of what's going on. We already knocked down the primary fluid, the primary oil in there, so that's about like a quart. And I got a few different setups on this, kind of just do it really accelerated of what I'm doing, and I'll just take you through like I did the back tire. But this is our primary oil right here. So this is a really cool container. I knew this was the quart. It's like a quart and a quarter, a little less than a half. But so so everything's good. This oil is really expensive, so I'll tell anybody, if you want to do a stator repair, I don't see you dumping that oil like it's some motorcycle oil or something. But yeah, we're ready to get it done. You've been ready to get done for some time. Really good running bike, but got all the power off of it. We got a power core. Took the seat off, of course. I got the battery disconnected, and then I do a really cool setup on my setups. I try to make it as easy as possible. Yeah, just continue. What goes on, you got torque fittings, right? We got 13 bolts. So what I usually do is, I usually label all my bolts before I take them out, right? Clean them off. This, of course, is our primary cover. This is the area where you fill the oil. So we took off our front footboard, and that would probably give me a little area, and pretty plain and simple. Of course, we got to take this off, take the clutch basket off. I'm gonna turn on the compressor. We're running righty loosey, lefty loosey on that. So just kind of throwing it in the air, but just get a little pre-footage on this. Got it all up on the stand, jacked up. I love my stand. This stand has done more work than, I tell you, any one of my stands. I got a couple of them. I got one for that bike, which that one works really good. You get up underneath the back tire supports, and you wrap it up. But this one does everything. I mean, I can get it underneath the floor, I can get it underneath the sport bike. I do all my jobs on this. So get ready to go in right now. I got my fan, old trusty fan, went down in my basement, got that one. I got another one that works pretty good, but it's my little small one. That one doesn't kick out enough here. I said, well, I can get it done. I can get it done as long as I'm staying cool. So yeah, we're getting ready to go in. Knock this off. I mean, it's going to be pretty much a slow job. I should be able to get it done tonight. Did enough reviews on it, and I got to get it done. I mean, it's charging. Got a new battery. Got a lot of stuff going on. Got a new rectifier, a new battery, but it's still holding like 12.6-ish or something. When it's running, it's supposed to be like 13, 14 or something like that. And you can tell it's going bad because Harley's a really good bike. It has like an indicator on the dash, like the battery goes up underneath the allow limit. When the stator's not pushing it on, it'll run for a little bit. It's almost like a gas meter. Gas meter gives you like maybe might gives you half a mile up to a mile before you got to put gas in. Well, the battery meter on a Harley, it does the same thing. If the stator's not working and it's not kicking up over that 13, 14 volts, that battery light will kick on. It'll simply say, well, hey man, slow down. I got to figure out why you're not getting the pot, and that's all it is. So just getting a little pre-footage. Almost there. We're going to go in, get the stator cover off, and we're finna get the stator out, pop it out. So sign it out. Take you guys through bit by bit. Sign it out. So we're almost there. We got the primary cover off. Get some midway footage on this one. It's not bad. Clean all this up. A lot of my parts, I've got to be careful with my chrome. Go in with a zip tie on this one. Got two bolts. We got a half inch. I'll lock that down. And then I got a T70 tool. So now this tool right here this is a game changer. I had to actually wait to buy all my tools to actually do this. So that's a T70. So we knock that out, and then we have this one. This is the lock wheel on there. So you put that on there. I'll turn on my compressor and then run it to the left. So it's lefty loosey, righty loosey. righty-tighty, righty-loosey. So it's kind of different on both sides. So we got it almost there. So just get a little pre footage of the compensator. Um, the compensator, the clutch. Put a zip tie on this, knock this one down, and knock that one down, and just pull the chains off, and then pull this off, put both of them off at the same time, and then just pull it on out of there. Getting closer and closer. Signing out. So we got some more pre-weigh footage. When they said this boat right here has got 175 foot-pounds, they weren't playing. Hell, I did everything right. I bought my tools, my T70, got my compressor gun, and I had to literally break it loose with my breaker bar. That's what they recommend. So pretty much downhill thing now. I got my zip tie on this, pretty good fit. I'm following all instructions. I got it tied, and you just line it up. Everything arrows in the same way. You could actually flip it around the wrong way, but it has certain markings when you put it in. So it's just pretty much like an installation. You take it off one way, you put it in the same way. Right? So we're halfway there. So I'm hoping they say I got to take off the clutch plate on this one, but I don't really want to do that. I've seen guys actually put this on, got the magnet, you just drop that down, pull that out, and then this basket is really the only thing that it inhibited from the capacitor. So I'm going to do it the right way. I had to do this. All my bikes, my sport bikes, my ATVs, I usually dominate all my bikes, from stators to you name it. The small one, I actually put another motor in there. I had actually a manifold problem on it, and it was actually cheaper for me to just buy another motor now. So I put another motor in there, put everything on that one, but I usually dominate all my bikes. I mean, that's prerequisite. The guy, he's talking like $500. I'm like, really? My guy's pretty reasonable. He has a pretty reasonable price that he charges, but I mean, I don't know. I got my taxes for my house. I don't know what kind of guy does a sacrifice for a $500 fixed job. I'm thinking, listen, I don't even ride this thing. I mean, I got money, but I won't even spend my money on something like that. Just too much. Got bills, man, but we're almost there. So midway footage on this. I'm probably going to drop the clutch out. Got a pin on this one, and then it's got a I forget the actual nut on there, but it has a lock pin. Pop that out, and then the little thing comes out, and it's got like a little washer. No, it's got like a little nut that comes out. So you knock the nut. So instead of righty-tighty, it's righty-loosey on this one. Lefty-loosey, but righty-loosey on this. So counter side on it. So we're almost there. Got the compensator nut broke out. Sign it up. So the way this goes, you have the gear. They go all in sequential order. So it sits on this serration nut right here. Everything pulls off. But just got everything in sequence from top to bottom on this. So you got actually, kind of show this. Got this the top gear. Oh yeah, that's the problem, guys. Right there, she is burnt to hell. Look at that. No fire. No. Ooh, that's crisp. Gone. Crispy. Burnt. One. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them toasted. So yeah, we got it out of there. One thing I didn't do, I had a tool. Now, this is a pretty cool tool. This magnet right here is pretty strong. And I got this thing. It's that strong. But I made a thing where pretty much you can get it out of there with the level pull on it, but it's so powerful. So what I got is, it's like a hook, right? Got it all the way running from the back, and I just bent it, right? So once it's parallel, like coming off the shaft, if you put it in there right on time, you can snatch it right out of there. So I got 4 bolts. I'm gonna knock those bolts off, disconnect it from the rectifier, and we will be all new and up going. So almost there, signing out. Good thing about it, I didn't have to take off the clutch pads, been changed. And I read a story that you could do it like that, and I did some research. So I wiped this all down, I'll get it going. And the main thing with this one was pretty much it was not really a hard fit, but you got that compensator bolt. I mean, that's pretty much ratcheted down. I'm figuring they got probably Loctite on there. But that's every bit about 140. That was about 140 foot-pounds. That probably be at 160. They say about 170. So what I'll do is when I reinstall, I'll put some Loctite on it and I'll walk that down. I'll put it up in there and then walk it all the way down with my feet. I got my breaker bar over there, so we're almost there. Signing out. So we took a little comparison before we install. Of course, this is the new one. You see that one, that one's totally fried. So that's the problem. That's why it's not keeping up electricity. So it'll be running that top end right now. But they only go on one way. It kind of dummy proof. The main thing I was doing research, once we pull that out, it goes in the same way. What I do is I usually mount mine everything the same way. I don't go in. If you do it like this, it won't fit in the shaft. Of course, you got that magnet right there. So just want to get some pre-footage of the new one before I install. So it's got 4 T-screws. So I knocked those screws out, and then we will be reinstalling a new one. Signing out. So almost there. I with the old one, with the new one. This was not that hard. We got new plugs on there. You just cut the old ones off, and there was an old one. No, that was really bad. That's why I wasn't charging. So real glad and happy about this. I'm cleaning this up real good. I'm really glad I didn't have to take out the clutch, because I got a tool, which my tool's really cool. It go right down in there. I could get a price of money on this, because most times you got to take both of them out. But like that, you want to mark your chain, but just leave everything in the same orientation. And then I got the chain tensioner. I got it pinched down with a zip tie, and just put it back in with everything and lock right back in. They didn't even have any. We didn't. What I took off, I didn't take off anything else. I only had one. I think the gasket was going to be on this side over here. So all I had over here, everything oriented the same way. Just drop it right back in, I'll be good. So I'm gonna line this one. I'm gonna plug the stator into the rectifier connection. I had to actually take the whole housing off the mount, the bracket mount on there, and I replaced that one on there. So we should be all set up right now. There goes a new stator. No, there's a new rectifier. Got a new battery, and we got the new stator. So we should be all together. So I just want to get a little footage, pre-assembly, before I get it all set back up again. Signing out. Real quick video. We got the new one installed, buttoned up. We got it all snapped into the harness, into the regulator, rectifier, and it's ready to go. Yeah, I put a torque lock thread on all those, and this is ready to go. But it goes on one way. The wiring goes underneath, and then actually I had to take all the harness off of the front of the rectifier. Had to drop the rectifier, take the rectifier off, because the screws, the inlet on the rubber connections, they were just too hard. So I had to go down there, real tight press fit. I don't want to have a situation where sometimes you read the connections are not good. I can see how they can put them on there and they ain't all the way down there. But with these, it's kind of a dummy proof, because when you lock it down, it's got like a press, a plastic sleeve that goes over. It's kind of like a clearance. So when you get it down so far, this thing locks in place. So just wanted to get a little pre-assembly, and then be putting the clutch basket, everything back in. I'm just so glad I didn't actually have to take off the clutch. I got everything assembled. Just got to torque down this to 170 foot-pounds, and just assemble everything back in the same way that I got it out of there. All the screws. Signing out. Done. So we finished up with this one. I'm satisfied with this setup. Put the new stator in. Not too many issues. Actually, I found a few shortcuts. I didn't actually have to take off the clutch, because I had a tool. I had like a little basket wire tool where I could grab it, and it's kind of like a suction fit. That thing was in there, so it allowed me to get it off enough, and then everything else was I was able to clip it off and plug and play. But pretty much good. Everything I took off, I put it in the same sequence. I got a parts like screw basket where I numbered everything. I Loctited everything. I tell you, the nut that was kind of one. that actual compensator nut. That was kind of something. It fits on the actual well, it fits on the compensator. You have the clutch there, but it has like compression on it. And all the tools that I ordered, they were perfect. I ordered the T20 set, the T70 tool, and then this tool right here. They're like there would be it wouldn't be it would have been no way for me to get that off without this tool right here. This actual tool, you put it in on the compensator side and the clutch side, and you put it up underneath the chain, and it grabs the chain. When you turn it around, it doesn't allow the actual compensator gear to move or the clutch to move. But this is a very much so needed tool right here. So I did my research. Everything turned out. I wound up using the thread locker right here. This is a pretty good thread locker. They got stronger ones, but this is a Loctite brand. I usually use this on all my thread locks, and this one's really good. But pretty much with all the screws, like even like the cover screws, they have a bottom out, right? When they make them, the screw goes down so far. So I mean, they can ravel out, but they tell you that's why I can see why that compensator screw has so much of a torque pound, but they just ravel out. But I torqued that one down pretty good. I put some lock washer on there, some block thread washer, pretty much all on the primary nuts, all the cover nuts. This one right here, I filled it back up with the compensator oil in there, and we're ready to go. I'm gonna wipe it down. I got some oil degreaser. I'm gonna spray it all down, get all my tubes up, and then I'll give her a fire up. So just finishing up on the new install of the stator. I'm really happy about this. The bike runs really good, with the exception. As you can see, this one was all burnt to hell. This one right here was all burnt to hell. So it only usually takes one or two of them for it not to. But I had actually 6 coils that were gone, you know. So we start from left to right. We want to go that one. That one has a little charring. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to say about 7 or 8 of them. But it was gone. It was fried. And that's pretty much basically what it is when you do a bad compensator, a bad stator. Whereas you got a good charge. I had replaced the rectifier. I put a new battery in. I was just trying to just get every little, what if. At first they tell you to, when you're trying to fix something, anytime you do a mechanical, do the least expensive first, and then you go least expensive to the most expensive. To, if you ain't using the diagnostic tool, if you don't know where it's at. But with this one, my guy told me, he said pretty much he thought that's what it was, and it charged up. I put it on the tender, and hell, I went out of town a couple times before even did anything. I didn't know where it was at, but I did a few tests on it. I changed the plugs, and I'm kind of glad God gave me grace. It didn't stop, because actually we went to Chicago, and he got out there. I didn't have any problems. The reason why it would stop on me, because I would be eating up all the battery juice. And at the time, I didn't really know where it was at, and I was running my radio. I mean, that's the main thing that just totally kills it. But we're all set up now. I'm so glad that I got that. I can go out and ride. I really love my Harley Davidson. This is actually my go-to now. I really like it. It's more of a skill set where you actually have to. It's just a different ride than the sport bike, but I'm really liking it. I've been kind of adjusting to it. I think I'm kind of acclimated already to it, but it is the go-to. We got a few more mods coming with this one. We're gonna probably run those love jugs, cooling fans there. I was gonna put that fuel tuner on there, and I might go fuel tuner, but with the lug jugs, the fuel tuner costs like 5 something, and the lug jugs are like 4 something. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna hit it, I like to throw good money after. Don't throw good money after bad, so I might just go fuel tuner, where I could just hit it all at one time, have my guy go and he tune it. If I gotta, take some more of the air ratio out, I can always adjust it, as is with the with the lug jugs. They usually work. I've got a lot of reveys. I got a few buddies that got that, and but I'm still up in debate on that, so I don't know. But finish it up. New stator installed. Done.